Let's look at this simple interest question. We have the simple interest is given as 450 naira. The time is 3 years. The rate is 7.5%, and the principal is what we are looking at. First, before we tackle this question, we have to look at our simple interest formula. The simple interest formula is simply put as principal times time times rate all over 100. This formula is for simple interest. But if we are finding any of these other three, that's either the principal, the time, or the rates, I tell my children the formula is simple. Apart from simple interest, once you are looking for any of these other three, the numerator of that formula, for instance, if we are looking for the principal in this case, the numerator is 100 times interest over the other two, in this case, which is time and rate. If you are looking for rates, it is simple. For these three, the numerator remains the same, 100 times interest. Here is rate, so the other two would be principal and time. If you are looking for time, the numerator is the same, 100 times interest over the other two. The other two in this case are principal and rate. It is as simple as that. So the only formula you have to be mindful of is principal times times rate over 100. When you are looking for any other three, the numerator is the same, 100 times interest. So let's quickly solve this question. In this case, we are looking at the principal. So the formula for principal, the first thing is we write the formula P. P stands for principal is equal to 100 times interest all over T times R. We substitute the values into this formula. So our P is equal to 100 times our simple interest is 450.00. Then our the other two leg, that's the time and rate. Our time is 3 years and the rate is given in percentage, 7 over 2%. Now, I need you to be very mindful of this rate that is given in mixed fraction. All right, so we have to simplify this rate. So our P is equal to 100. I keep my numerator the way it is, times 450 over 3 times. I change this to mixed, to improper fraction. I removed the percentage. The percentage is not supposed to be there because 100 is here already. So this becomes 3 times 2 times 7 is 14 plus 1, 15 over 2. Now, listen, deal with this denominator first. Simplify this first before you go up. If you do not simplify this denominator and you go up, you are going to be having issues with your answer. So we try to simplify this first. So how do we do that? 2, remember this is the same as 3 over 1. And this is multiplication of fractions. So there is no common factor for us to cancel out. So the only thing we can do is to multiply 3 by 15. So P is equal to 100 times 450 over 3 times 15 will give us 45. And 1 times 2 will give us 2. At this point, you can do this. Well, this is what I call two steps fraction. You have the fraction in two forms. So in this case, you do this times this divided by this. The upper number times the last floor divided by the middle floor. So we go, this becomes 100 times 450 times 2 all over 45. This times this divided by the middle. 100. Remember our KCF, but in this case, I don't want to use the conventional division method. So this times this divided by this. So we go 45. I see 450 here and I see 45. So I don't want to waste my time simplifying using 5. I can see 45 can divide this 45. So 45 divided this 1. 45 divides 45. 1 divide this 0. So our principal is equal to 100 times 10, which is 1000. 100 times 10 times 2, which is equal to 100 times 10 is 1000. 1000 times 2 is 2000 naira. And that is our answer.